Well, it's me. I'm back, and you know what? I'm not going to even try to put the hat on because I am back in front of the very hot lamp. But yes, I'm here to talk about Traitors. Traitors, Season 4, Episode 3. And yes, I'm still working on my Scottish accent, but it's okay. I'm just going to call it whatever it is accent. Well, this episode was really good. I'm really getting into the show. You see, I watch the show, I have to take a notes, and then I talk to you and tell you what happened, okay? Well, episode 3 started, and of course, we left off with episode 2 because 2 comes before the number 3. But when we left off with the 2, Candace, she didn't know who it was they had killed in plain sight because she was not with her other 2 traitors, Rob Royce, and Lisa Renna, while they were playing chess. So she did not know who it was that they had decided to murder in plain sight. So you know what happens next. It's breakfast. And everybody's always so excited at breakfast, but also a little bit hesitant because they never know what is really going to happen at breakfast. So Rob and Lisa, of course, you know, in the morning, then it... I'm trying to read the notes. So, when it's breakfast time, the first person that comes into the room is Colton. Yes, ever so suspicious. Colton, I don't know about you, Colton. And then other people come, and I don't remember their names, as I said, but there is Jam Jam, except for it's pronounced Yam Yam. I don't know, but they say Jam Jam, so I say Jam Jam. Or maybe they say JJ, or it's pronounced Ye Ye. I don't know, but whatever. I love his name. It is a beautiful name, and I think he's a beautiful man, and I wish that I saw him on Survivors. It must have been a great show watching him to see him win, but I am not going back to watch those shows. My reality TV is limited to Love Island, USA, and now I have moved into the Traitors. So as they come in, I the people's name I don't know, and I had a whole thing written about JJ and Jam Jam. I can't go over it again. So Colton starts with his conspiracy theories. He always has a conspiracy theory. Yes, where was I? So, as I was saying, Colton, he has a conspiracy theory all the time. He's always thinking it's this one, no, it's that one, no, it's this one, no, it's that one. But today, he has his hooks tied on Donna. Yes, he really believes that it is Donna and Michael. And he's also thinking about Ron too. But they're all talking about this and that. And then again, I must have looked at the spelling of JJ's name, Jam Jam's name. I seem to be quite obsessed with his name. Anyways, it is spelled Yam Yam. Again, I said that before. Okay, so then he's talking about Donna, and then in comes Candice and Donna and Kenny G, aka Mark from Dancing with the Stars, and I think her name is Dorinda. Who else? And then today Candice has on another outfit. I think she is going with the theme of stewardess on a flight or on a train or in a castle. A woman who is just, I don't know, but it's very cute. It's blue, baby blue, with a little diamond or emerald or something in the middle of a black hat, and it's very stylish. I think this must be something. It must be a big style for the housewives, but I don't know. I don't know about this one, but it is very cute. Candice's outfits, as you can see, everybody on the show has clothes, but what brings me to my eyes are always what Candice is wearing. Okay? So It is morning. They're all gathered around for breakfast, and then everybody's coming in. And then Donna, she starts talking all of a sudden because she has not really been talking. And she's telling them that I can't be a traitor. I can't be a traitor. I don't know if that's the way that you tell people that you're not a traitor by saying that you're not a traitor, but all of a sudden Donna is talking and we all know, though, that she is a secret traitor, but she tells him that she thinks that Jam Jam is the secret traitor. So now she's trying to get the heat off of her, you see? She's trying to get it off of her, and then the doors open again, okay? And they realize that who's not there yet? At the very end, it's Monet and Rob. And they notice that they're not there. And then the doors open, and in comes Monet and Christian and Lisa Rena and another person. And then we flash back to Rob and Lisa playing chess the night before and doing it in a sneaky way. There is a flashback. They like to have flashbacks in the show of Rob and Lisa Rena and their sneaky game of chess, of deciding how they're going to get rid of the other Rob. But why they are playing the chess, when Rob, he was creeping around all the time and thinking and like talking out loud. I don't think it was very good for him to be this creeping around. And I'm thinking that he's saying out loud that they're going to murder someone in plain sight. Like he's saying that and he's pacing. I think this just actually made himself a target for everybody by acting that way, And as he said, yes, they were going to murder someone in plain sight. And we're sorry to tell you, Rob, but the murder is going to be you. And then we hear the boom, 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 and it is the sad music plays. And Rob comes into the room where they always see a note in the chair. And he seems very defeated that he has been murdered in plain sight. And he says again, but he already knew. He knew this. He talked about it, and then this is why he made himself a target, and he really does look very distraught. But it's okay. It doesn't matter how distraught he is because he has been murdered, and now it's over for him. Oh, Rob. But then we have cut to Rob Roche, and he's sitting in a chair. He's looking very devilish, and he says, sorry, Rob, there's only room for one Rob in this castle. Bum, bum, bum. Scene. And if it sounds like I do have post-concussion syndrome, aka a brain injury, so it is actually hard to remember what I was saying, and I could repeat myself, and I'm getting tired. But I have noticed sometimes I do say something that sounds Scottish. Sometimes it's just one word. Sometimes the words with an R. I don't know. Anyways, so they try to do the vote. She looks at the guilty. And everybody thinks she's a traitor. And they talk about who they're going to vote, But Rob Rouse says, he doesn't know who the traitor could be, but whoever it is, he's going to be a sheep and vote with the group, okay? Because there has to be a sheep, and that way nobody will think it's him. And then now it's time for them to, I think I'm tired, to go to the wrong table. And Candace starts again. Candace, she draws attention to herself a lot. She says how Ron was like a bright, shiny object, and he flipped the script because people were thinking about Donna, and he brought up Portia, and Ron, he starts to sweat, and he just looks guilty in his pretty sweater, very pretty sweater, as he's sweating in the sweater, sweating and looking guilty in the sweater. And you know what's funny? Everybody sounds guilty when they're trying to say that they're not the traitor, and everybody looks suspicious. So when he's saying he's not the traitor, people look suspicious. And Donna's thinking, yes, this is a good one for me. And then Golden says, Donna, I want you to talk. I want you to talk one more time. I don't know why he's like this, but he says he takes charge and says he wants Gunnar to talk again because obviously we see there's no football loyalty in with the Colton and the Kelseys at this moment in time. Okay, so Donna, she talks, but the talk does no good. And now I'm just going to cut. He talks, and then the talk does no good because they all talk, and then Michael, oh my goodness, Michael Rapapapum talks, or rather yells, because he's always yelling. And then him and the Jam Jam, you know what? They should never talk because he says again that he knows that Jam Jam is a traitor, and it's the two of them. They should be separated, just like when you're children and they separate you at school. And now it's time for everybody to vote. I think Michael Rapapam probably will need some more water, and it's time for people to say the name. Of course, Donna. She votes for Mike. And of course, Donna starts and she votes for Michael. Of course, she's hoping that she was able to sway people, but she wasn't because everybody says her name, her name, her name, except for Michael, who of course says Jam Jam, of course. But you know what was breaking my heart the most is that they're all giving her so much respect while they were working on murdering her and calling her Miss Donna this and Miss Donna that. Oh, I'm so sorry, Miss Donna. I'm sorry, Miss Donna. I'm sorry, Miss Donna. That is not a real sorry, because if you were sorry, you wouldn't put your name down. But they all pretty much, it was a majority. And in the end, everybody voted for Miss Donna, even Kenny G, aka Mark from Dancing with the Stars. I wonder if he was in a show where he had to have this sort of new hairstyle that he has in the show. He has it pulled back today. Okay, so now they've all voted and they wonder, as she asked her to walk to the circle of truth. She stands in the circle of truth, and I realized that her leather jacket was actually a pantsuit, kind of burgundy. Very nice suit, Miss Donna. Very nice suit on your way out, you know. And then she does a little pace and she makes a little face, and then she says, she does the pace on the face in the lovely burgundy suit, and she says, you know, are you a faithful or a traitor? They ask, and he says, on that note, I think I'm going to go. She says, but you got yourself a traitor! And Donna has more excitement and energy than she's had ever at all. And everybody's in shock, but Rob Ross, he's happy and clapping.